Hi, it's Ashini Allen. In this video, I will share with you how to beat anxiety in under 10 minutes so that you can get more done without getting more frustrated. So, what's really happening when anxiety hits? When you start thinking, in this negative way, and it goes into overdrive where you eventually get distracted from your goals. And sometimes even a whole day may go by, days may go by, weeks may go by like this, where you get distracted, you lose focus, and you don't really feel so good to commit to your dreams and your future because you're consumed in this negative thinking. And not only that, because you are not committing that way, you're also not receiving your blessings, your abundance, the success that's meant for you. So, what's really happening here is anxiety comes from this need to have things in order, need to feel safe, a need to feel secure. And if there isn't that feeling of trust in life, in yourself, to keep you safe, to keep you secure, then this anxiety feelings and thoughts can kick in. And what happens often, so I can break it down into the body, mind, and spirit. So let's take the example of health scare, where you're going through a health issue and you may have had some health issues before that was scary and left some emotional triggers within you. It's not so difficult in that case for you to start to feel a bit unsafe, to feel like you cannot trust in your future, to feel the worst might happen. And it starts with that feeling. It starts with you not feeling so safe in your body. And then you become disconnected, and those sorts of symptoms like heart racing, quick breathing, and sweating, all of those kinds of symptoms, they kick in then. And from that emotion, from that feeling, then the thinking can go all over the place, can go crazy, can go wild, because you are not grounded already, and you're already questioning your safety, your security. So now your mind is kicking in, is just, taking off on this flight with all of this negative thoughts, and it can just have a ball. It can never stop really until you get back in the driver's seat. But that's coming to what we're going to do to beat anxiety. Now, the next thing is that when you're feeling this way, when you're feeling this lack of trust, when you start questioning everything and going into overdrive, bringing up even things that may have happened before as proof that this can happen, then it's really hard here to receive anything that's for your best interest at this point, because you are attracting this sort of negative thinking and feeling. So if you do seek advice, sometimes the advice is not in your best interest and make things worse. So that's when you take a step. Sometimes you are not working in accordance with the spiritual connection with your source, with the universe. And because of that, things can get even more out of hand. So what we're going to do about this, how do we beat anxiety in under 10 minutes? That's what we're going to do. The first thing is that it's really important to be grounded. It's really important to stay present in the body. If you do have health challenges, this can be an issue already on its own, because you may feel pain and it may be difficult to ground already. But it's important that you do, whether it be through breathing, going for a walk, moving about, smelling something, fragrance that lifts your spirit and enlivens your mind and your feelings, things that really make you feel good. That's important in resolving this quickly. That's why taking deep breaths is really helpful at this time. And the next step is that you're going to have to face your mind and put things in its place. Remember that you are in the driver's seat. All of those thoughts there, you can just observe. You can just take a step back and you get to decide what is true, what is too distracting or too negative to focus on for you. You get to decide what to focus on. And so this is you getting back into the driver's seat and being in control of those thoughts. And then when you do that, then you can then have the trust to take the next steps with the support of your spiritual connect, whatever it is that you connected to spiritually, you regain that trust in life, the universe, God to support you, and you take the next step accordingly. And that next step could be even, reaching out for help still at that point. It could be so many different things depending on what it is that you are being drawn to as your next step. For instance, in that health situation where it was a health scare, maybe the next step could be to either reach out to a professional for advice, or it can be to, evaluate, to assess the different options that you have and to just go along in the path that makes the most sense for you then. And then you can take a deep breath and pat yourself on the back because you would have overcome that anxiety very quickly. Now, when anxiety keeps coming up, and the same sort of issues keep coming up, that is a key indicator that there are things under the surface that may have come from your past, from childhood, from traumas that are affecting you subconsciously. And this is where you can go a bit deeper. You can dive deeper into some healing work, some either energy healing, guided healing, and really clear things on a deeper level so that your subconscious is sorted out. It is doing what it is that, in accordance with your desires and dreams, not in accordance with the negative patterning from the past. So that's what you can do. Again, I'll go over it. One is to reconnect with your body, to ground, to find a way to feel safe, to just be present now, whatever it is that makes you feel good and grounded and relaxed. And then the next thing is to be the observer of your thoughts. You don't need to give them too much credit. You can just be the observer and know that you can focus on what it is that you want, what it is that is most helpful to you. And the next part is entrusting in a spiritual connection to take the next step after, again, whatever that may mean for you. Now, of course, if you have anxiety or if you have been experiencing this for a while, this is not something that you can totally erase in just 10 minutes. You may have to, go through a process. Sometimes things come up. If you do need more support, if you need support in holding you accountable day to day, and also deeper dive healing, I do have a 21-day challenge. So you can check that out. Link is in the comments. So I will see you again.